So now I'm going to introduce our hardware and hologram partner, Christian Joseph from Holo-Systems in Hannover, to our first mover client, Simona, on behalf of the Marketing Association in Engen on Lake Constance. Would you like to share your experiences with each other for the first time?
Yes, of course. Hi all. Nice to meet you. Yeah, short introduction. My name is Christian. I'm the CEO of Holo-Systems here in the near of Hannover in Germany. And we are the biggest partner from Real Fiction for the deep frame system, the biggest holographic display in the world where you can cause and create a life-size hologram. And that's what we're doing now with Tanya together to develop a life-size AI bot hologram.
That's nice. And Simona, what do you think about seeing Birgit suddenly being supersized?
Yeah, I was very pleased when I learned her today. I saw her today the first time, and I was very pleased because she's nice. She looks good, but she wears different clothes than our Birgit, and it's very funny. The same person to meet the same person, but looking different. It's like with our humans a little bit, and yeah, nice to meet her.
And Christian, could you tell us about what we were going to do in Leipzig back in November last year before the pandemic closed the trade show?
Yeah, the normal plan was to present us at the trade fair MuTech, a special fair for museum technique. And the fair was booked, and we worked together to present there a life-size AI bot. But then, unfortunately, the MuTech was cancelled due to the Corona pandemic. So we have to work now in our showroom together with you to develop this further. Yeah, but I think it would have been great to show this a big audience, but maybe next year or later.
Yes, and Simona, we're excited. We're talking about in Engen being able to put in a life-size example of Birgit on Lake Constance, say at the train station or in front of the local museum. What do you think are the possibilities for your association of independent retailers and businesses?
I can imagine both. I like the Birgit because I know her much better, and it works very good to talk to her, and she understands very good. We have good interactions with customers. Our first idea was to let her standing like on a train station or something like that, but then we changed our using for the moment. And now she's standing in an auto showroom where the customer can bring the auto still for the services. And in the waiting time, she can talk to her. And they use this very good. And they like it because yeah, the time goes a little bit faster, and they learn a little bit, know her a little bit better. And I can imagine both of these things. The human size looks very cool, and I can imagine that it's very cool to talk to her. Because it's naturally not like a computer, but in Engen it's a computer, and there I think it looks a little bit more human.
Mm-hmm. Great. And with the content, Simona and Christian, we've done different content for each version and iteration. So in Engen, she talks a little bit about the car showroom, but mostly about tourism, and recommends things for even local residents to do. And then when tourism comes back, things that people can see. So like a concierge, what do you think? How would you like us to develop more content like that?
Who answers now?
Yeah.
Christian, want you to start?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a complicated question in English.
Yes, it is, because the question is or the answer is the flexibility.
Yeah.
You have developed a bot that can do everything in several languages, and yeah, it depends on the customer about his ideas, what Birgit or the avatar should do.
Yes.
So and very flexible solution for a lot of interesting things.
Simona, have you found that, because you gave us content, didn't you, at the start?
For me, it was very interesting to see how fast the content was in her. It was very easy to make some new sentences in it, change it a little bit, and yeah, changed the answering. It was very easy. I didn't imagine that it's so easy to do this, and because we are able to, you are able to analyze a little bit what the people talking to her, or which questions they ask her, and that is very perfect to find out what is the interesting of the customers, like Christian said, because the main thing is what want the people to know about the town, about the area, about the showroom, about what else, where she's standing in the moment. And this is very perfectly, because you can analyze it with which themes are interested for the people, and so you can make the sentences and the solutions for the people.
So for market research, we do under GDPR, privacy by design, privacy by default. So she only gathers information that people opt into if they agree to give Birgit or Kylie their information.
Of course.
But market research and polls are just crucial. Like Christina at Autohaus Moser said, oh, it's great if Birgit can tell us in 1 week how many people asked for a red car and not a blue car. And this doesn't sound like amazing information, but it is if you're a retailer selling blue and red cars, and then you know what to order. And we
and I would prefer it when I wie heißt vergleichen,
compare it,
oppositing, prepared to like print media or something like that. You don't know who saw it, what reaction you make with the print media or something like that.
Impact,
and here you see suddenly in the moment, what is the reaction, what want the people to know, what is the problem. That I would prefer it, because I am a fast person. I like fast solutions. I don't like to wait, me personally, so I would prefer it to ask a short question.
We've simplified the data collection of how many people ask for this and frequently asked questions. Christian, you've noticed that our bots can also proactively ask people questions. So for example, if she had gone to Leipzig, or hopefully she'll be in Leipzig next year at MUTEC, if it's on, then she can ask proactively, or Kylie, or whichever avatar it is, you know, what are you doing today? How are you finding the trade show? What was your favorite thing? So she can proactively engage people. So as a user interface, that we found that's important. Do you agree, Christian?
Yes, absolutely, because it's a new kind of technique to really measure the value of the things and all the special interests. So yeah, I can absolutely agree to that.
Great. So we will do more videos with you two amazing people in future, and get people out there to know where they can visit Birgit. Oh, she had something to say. Sorry, Birgit.
Yeah, I can,
she have an opinion as well.
She wasn't meant to say anything, but that just shows you how.
First class to Sydney, what would you do there?
Oh, there you go. She's giving us a demo live spontaneously of what would you do if you won a first class flight to Sydney. So this was a challenge and a quiz and a prize that you could win if you answered her, what would you do in Sydney? And then you can talk to her about different things she asks you. What do you think of when you first think of Australia? So yeah, we'll do that in separate videos, because this has been quite a long one, and we'll do some separate videos on her running these surveys in English and German, proactively making jokes and engaging people to do a survey with her as a vox pop, and her trade show use and her ambassador use if you put her in a corporate reception area, and then of course in retail, how she's going to scale up and expand. Oh, great. You can compare. There's Christian, full size as well. And then how we can expand into museums and other places around towns. We're particularly interested in putting her into public spaces under lockdown pandemic conditions, so that people can just interact with these holograms. It can be any type of animal, it can be a guy, it can be a shape. Doesn't have to be these two women characters. And that way you can just get information without touching a screen, like in the existing Wayfinder, and they can help the humans do their jobs under the most difficult circumstances moving forward. Okay, thank you for your time, both Simona and Christian. We love working with you, and stay tuned for the next videos. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.